Where the fuck is everybody? Bro must be fucking sleeping tonight. Huh. What's up? What's up? What's up, cool man? Where the fuck is everybody at tonight? What is everybody doing? How weird. It's weird how I can go live some days and everybody joins, and then some nights nobody joins. I don't understand. But however. I wish my thing would just stay open. Like, does that. Can't wait for Halloween season. It's almost here. Fuck yeah, man. I can't wait for Halloween season either. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be dope. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button too while you're at it. Yeah, Halloween's gonna be fucking dope. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna dress up as, because me and my kid dress up every year, and whether I go trick or treating or not or whatever, like I'm still gonna dress up, drive around, and do whatever. Always a part of it, so it's like a yearly thing that we do every single year. And now she's older and she wants to go with her friends, which is fine, but I'm still gonna be driving around, make sure she's safe, because a lot of shit happens on Halloween. I hate how my messages don't just stay up there. Like, come on, bro. Never been trick or treating. I don't know. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, and when I mean like the middle of nowhere, I mean like it's the woods. Most people own farmland. Everything's all spaced out. I grew up in a really small town, so like we had this like tiny little strip of stores, and that was pretty much it. And I had it good growing up as a kid, to be honest with you. I went trick or treating and shit. Like, yeah, I went through shit just like anybody else, but I actually got to be a kid for the most part, so it was, you know, wasn't a bad life, I can tell you that. I always liked trick or treating. I always tried being a team player and participating in things and doing different things. And I remember even being younger and trying out and being on teams and stuff and sports and just, you know. Yeah, they better make a dope one. That's all I want. A good one. They should make a weed one. Fucking. Yeah, my life's always been pretty decent for that part. Because where I live, everything's for the most part. Make sure you guys hit that like button, please, and thank you. I would definitely appreciate it. So I want to know why some nights I get in here and I get everybody in here, and then some nights I don't get anybody in here. Like, come on, man. What's up with that? Where are you all at? Make sure to hit that like button. Come on, man. Nobody's hit it yet. Craziness. I'm just bored. I figured I would come home, get online, talk to you guys, see what the fuck everybody's doing for the night, see where the fuck everybody's at. I was trying to watch something on fucking YouTube, but it's stupid anyways, and it only gave me half the information I really needed, because realistically, I know what I need to do, and I think that part I don't know. And I've been trying to hook my fucking sub up in my car for the last couple days, and fucking car cut my fucking handle up trying to put the fucking wire up through the fucking dash there. I hear ya. My day was frustrating regardless. I don't even play guitar. It's just work frustrates me sometimes. Sometimes I get irritated with things, and realistically, like, I don't even know. I really do know. I just don't want to say it. It's one of those things. It's just frustrating. The quicker I move from there to here, where this is full time, and I don't have to do any of that anymore, the better my life's gonna be. Because that place just stresses me out some days. Even though I love all the people, and I'm very thankful for everything they've ever done for me, and all the opportunities I've had, and all the money I make, and everything they've done for me. But on the other hand, I also had to work really, really fucking hard to get where I was at and everything like that. So it's not like it was fucking easy. My day was just frustrating, just in general. But I can't really talk about it yet. I'll be able to talk about it later down the road. Just because if anybody watches it, you know, people say shit, so usually I'm pretty good on here to say whatever, but there are people that know me that do watch, and I don't want them to go back and say something to somebody, and it's just not worth it. It really isn't. Plus, some days I can be frustrated, and then the next day I'll be like, okay, and I won't feel the same about the situation. Because they were actually harder to beat, too. Like, you actually had to practice. You had to be like, okay, left, right, B8, jump, start. Do it real quick now. You know, left, right, left, right. It's just different. Where nowadays, it's a run around shooter game, and it doesn't matter how many times you die, you just keep playing until you beat the game. And realistically, like, yeah, okay. There's no challenge in that. I mean, there is, but not so much. Like, you can change the difficulty usually on it. Man, I swear to God, my fucking neighbors are fucking loud as hell. It's fucking crazy. Hope you're all having at least a decent night. It's kind of weird. My background kind of looks fake, doesn't it? It's so weird. It's not a green screen. It almost looks like it, though. It's funny. I can just see it. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are they mad if they re-released it? Red Dead's a great game, actually. I actually have it for Xbox and Xbox. I think the Xbox One. I have the newer Xbox also, but I don't know if it's for that one or not. I have to look that up. So Red Dead. Yeah, I just think games were just harder back then. You actually had to like learn difficulties and like how to do stuff, and it just wasn't the same. Oh, they were hoping for a remake. Yeah, because I was gonna say I have this game. Yeah, and it shows up on my brand new Xbox too, my Xbox X or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even know. The one that has the disc, not the fucking small one. I don't know. It's so weird. I need to get a new controller one of these days, but it's all good. I have like 3 other Xboxes. I got a couple in my bedroom too. I told my daughter she could have one of them, and her Red Dead 2 is so much better than the first one. So much better. I couldn't. I actually played the second one before I played the first one. I think the second one's way better. It's got way more detail too. Like remember like differences in Grand Theft Auto, it's kind of like the same thing. It's a Rockstar game, you know what I mean? It's like Grand Theft Auto Western style, but it's like super detailed in the second one. It's such a great game, honestly. You should definitely play it if you haven't. It's definitely worth playing 100%. Oh man, there's so much like I hope tomorrow I can fucking finish at least put my subwoofer in and then fucking just get shit done that I need to do because there's a lot that needs to be done. No, I have not played the DLC for it. I tried playing Red Dead Online and it was kind of like Grand Theft Auto where people just kept killing me and it just wouldn't stop, and every time I turn around I'm dying again and I couldn't get any work, do anything fun, so it just was like, okay, enough's enough. Like I'm sick of this after 5 minutes. Like I'm good. Like if that's how people are on this game, like fuck you. Like you just make it miserable for everybody else that has it. And I fucking hate those people, dude. Like, why do you have to ruin it for everybody else? Like you wanna ruin it for yourself, fucking go for it, dude. But like don't fucking ruin it for everybody else just because you're an asshole. Like it's so selfish. I fucking hate that shit, man. It just bothers me. But the second one is a dope ass game. You definitely should play it. Nice. I think if that's the zombie one, I'm pretty sure I have both of those games. It's in one package. Here, I'll show you. Xbox One, Xbox 360, Red Dead Redemption. Pretty sure it's both games in one, by the looks of it. Because it's got the zombies on it. It says includes Red Dead Redemption, Undead, Nightmare, yeah. So I can play both of those. I wonder if they'll, oh, and there's 2 discs in here. Okay, cool. Game 1 Year Edition. Game 1 Year Edition. Disc 2 Unlimited Player and Multiplayer with Dead Redemption. Oh yeah, so yeah, it comes with both. So here, let me see if I can download it on my thing. Let's start with the original, I guess. See if he'll download. I bet it will. Let's check it. Yeah, see, for PS, I have Red Dead 2, the special edition for PS4, and that's a pretty dope game too. I originally played it for PlayStation 4 because I have PlayStation 4, but it's definitely a game that I also own on the Xbox because it was super cheap to buy, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy that. It was nice. I actually have quite a few good games. I just haven't been able to play every single one of them because it, you know, time is money. Yeah, I'm happy my PS4 hasn't broke yet. It served me good, knock on wood. Like, I enjoy my PS4. I don't play it as much as I used to when I first got it. I actually used to play the fuck out of that thing when I first got it because I played Red Dead 2 on it all the time. Plus, when Tony Hawk remake came out, I got that for that also. So I've actually played that quite a bit. And I used to have a couple Call of Duty games for it. I got like the Spider-Man game and friggin' Tony Hawk and then Crash Bandicoot, Street Fighter, stuff like that. And then like Xbox, mainly just like Halo, Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. Call of Duty. Halo is what I miss the most, honestly. Yeah, I got a Switch also, but that's in my daughter's room. We have a bunch of games for that too. Like we got our taxes back one year. We went to the mall and I wanted to get her a Switch and a bunch of games and stuff. And everywhere we went for a while there was sold out. So I just ordered one online and we went to the store and I had her. Got a bunch of games. It came out to like I think we had like 9 games or some shit like that. It was like $450 or something. Her eyes like lit up. She looked at me. She was like, "Are you sure this is okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Like, we got our tax money back. Like, you wanted friggin' a Nintendo with a bunch of games? Well, here we go. Like, I'm trying to like spoil my kid, so like, you know, she has the things she wants, so she don't have to go do anything stupid to go get it. You know what I mean? Like." If she wants something, she knows she can just have it. It's not really like a need thing. But I always buy her like the new Pokemon games and friggin' Zelda and all that shit. So, and she's got a brand new Zelda controller for her Switch too. That's a Link controller or whatever. It's a wireless rechargeable one. She loves it. And she plays Mario Kart all the time too. She's pretty much either on the PlayStation 5 or on the Switch all day long. Like, and we just got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game too, which that one's kind of like the Jason. If you ever played that, it's a lot different. Like it's just different characters. You know what I mean? Not a lot different, but Leah's played it. I haven't played it. But she likes Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all that craziness. Me, I really don't much care for it, but it is what it is. I got a couple Xboxes that don't even turn on anymore. What's up, Caesar? How are ya? Make sure you hit that like button, bro. Helps me out. Hope you're having a good night, Caesar. I've been kind of just, I don't know, man. I think I just got fucking feelings in the way or something. I just been having a day, you know what I mean? Like my day's just been like whatever at this moment. I just haven't really been having the best day, so I figured I would come home and go live and see where the fuck everybody's at. But like a lot of times, it kind of just seems like some days I go live and there's people there, and then some days I go live and like nobody comes to the show, so I just don't get it. Like, and And then everybody's like, well, why don't you go live more? And I'm like, well, because sometimes I go live and nobody joins, and sometimes I go live and then you all join. And I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. What's up? What's up? Make sure you hit that like button. I just been having a strange day, and I don't know. I kind of feel some type of way, and I don't know. Fucking, I don't know. Maybe I'm just rubbed the wrong way today or something, but I don't know. Been in a funk kind of all day, to be honest with you. Really haven't been in the best mood, but it is what it is. Some days I just want to disappear. I don't think it ruined gaming. I think if anything, it saved gaming because honestly, I wasn't even playing games for a while there, and then the Xbox 360 came out, and one of my friends was telling me that we could play online together, and we didn't have to be at the same house. Like I could be at my house and he could be at his house. And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, yeah, Halo 3, man, it's the best game ever. So like I went out, I bought an Xbox 360 and I bought a bunch of games and I got the online thing, and I didn't really start playing it right away. Like it took me a while to get back into gaming because like at that point in my life I wasn't playing games at all. Like I had no video games in my life at that time, to be honest with you. But I was actually also getting locked up a lot, so I was kind of going in and out of jail and in and out of court, so it was a little different for me. I didn't really have much at that time. I actually had very few things in my life. Like, uh, yeah, everybody was talking about it. That's why I went and bought it, but really wasn't playing games at that time. Like, I just got out of being locked up, and I just got a job, and I just, like, started living back with my mom because I was on probation and shit, and I had to, like, behave myself and all that crap. Otherwise, I was going to go back to prison, so I kind of just didn't want to go through all that, so I went to my mom's house because I knew that I would be okay there, and, I started working, and my buddy was like, "Oh yeah, we can play Halo 3. It's like the best thing ever." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." Fucking, I didn't really think anything of it. And then I remember when I got off probation, I started smoking a lot of weed again, and fucking, I went over to my buddy's house and we sat there and we smoked all fucking day, and I started playing Halo 3 with him. And I was like, this is what I've had at my house the whole time? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I've been telling you to fucking jump on and play this shit. And I was like, well, I'm so not used to games. Like, I tried playing that game Skate, and I remember how, like, Tony Hawk was, and I remember, like, what was it? Like, Skate was not Tony Hawk. It was such a shitty game. I couldn't even fucking play it. And, like, I was really looking forward to that game. And I remember I bought Grand Theft Auto 4. That was a shitty game. So, like, every game that I touched was so bad that like, once I got the Halo, I didn't even care to play it. Dude, it was brand new, sitting in my house. And, of course, I had friends coming in and out all the fucking time and shit, people that I was hanging out with. Somebody came into my house when I wasn't even home, when I was at work, took the Halo disc, just the disc, left the case, walked off with it. I was like, okay, now I have to go pay another $50 for another game, or $60, whatever the fuck it was at the time. But once I started playing it, I had to go buy the game again because, yeah, exactly. And then I remember, like, when, Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, like, I was playing video games before that, but, like, at that point in time, like, I wasn't even into video games. Because way before that, like, I would say, like, 5, 6 years before that, I remember having a PlayStation 2 and playing, like, Grand Theft Auto 3, and then Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and, like, Need for Speed. And I remember, like, when I was living in high school, I had, like, one of those floor model TVs, and those were, like, the cool thing to have at your house, unless you have, like, one of those huge ass, plasma TVs, or whatever the fuck they were there. But anyways, it was super fucking cool, and then I remember I got locked up and everything, and I pretty much sold everything that I had, like, because I got really bad into drugs and shit. And probably why I got locked up. And when the PlayStation 2 actually came out, I was 16 at the time, working for Wendy's, and I would work a shit ton of hours. And I remember walking over to Walmart and buying a brand new one with Max Payne and Resident Evil, the DVD movie. And I was like hooked. I was so happy. I was like one of the first people in my family that had like a DVD player. You know what I mean? Because it played DVDs. I was so happy. I was like, yeah, I got a DVD player. That was like one of the cool things about owning a PlayStation 2. Because DVD players were fucking expensive at that time. They were like $100, so it's like it made sense to just go buy a fucking PlayStation 2, because then you would have a DVD player with it. Kind of like when you buy a game console now. I know it's a Blu-ray player and a DVD player, but it's cool. Like, I feel like games have always held their ground for the most part, but like sometimes there's shitty games. Kind of like, when I got out and I fucking started playing like fucking stupid ass like Grand Theft Auto 4. Like, I liked the game, but I feel like it really wasn't that great. And same thing with Skate. That game just sucked, period. Like, and I don't know. It was hard for me to kind of get an Xbox because I was so used to PlayStation, so it really wasn't the same thing to me. And then I heard about all this online shit, and I was like, yeah, I've heard that before. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when we had online for fucking Sega Genesis. Like, does anybody remember the Sega Genesis number or whatever the fuck it was, where they had that thing plugged into your Sega and you could play video games on your TV with it and shit? That was a mad long time ago in the 90s. But I definitely think video games have definitely gotten better throughout time. I just think that they lack the skill and hard aspect that some video games have, or like how we were brought up to play video games. Because like when we were brought up to play like Mortal Kombat stuff, it was always a challenge, and because it was a cart and most of them didn't have save states like Mortal Kombat, stuff like that, you actually had to like remember how to do this stuff, and you had to play the game through. Has anybody ever I'm trying to think of the name, I'm gonna have to look it up. It's for Super Nintendo 2. No, it's for Super Nintendo. Fucking, I think it's not Galaga, but it's one of those fucking shooting games. I can't fucking remember. I think it's Galaga. Is that it? Not Galaga. I just said that. Gradius. That must be it. Gradius. So there's a NES game called Gradius. I think it was Gradius 2 or 3. Yeah, that must be Gradius 3. Yeah, this game right here. Oh, if you can see that or not. But Gradius 3, that was like the best game ever. Let's see if I can turn it up now. A little bit better, but Gradius 3 was was like a little shooting game, and fucking that game I could never beat, and it was great because you ever play like Ninja Turtles, the very first game for fucking NES? It's almost impossible to beat Batman for NES. You know what I mean? There's only 4 levels. 4. Try it. It's a challenging game, I promise. Super Mario 2, the actual missing levels, that's a pretty hard game too. I mean, I beat all those, but dude, I remember when PS1 came out, my mom went to fucking the store. She said she'd be right back. She'd come back. She had a PlayStation 1 and like 5 or 6 games and a couple controllers and some of the like little memory card things. And she said, "Here you go, Merry Christmas. Don't ask me for another fucking thing." And I looked at her and I said, "Don't worry, I won't. This is the coolest thing ever." And I hooked it up, and I was hooked. And I remember playing like Tony Hawk like all the fucking time on that shit. Resident Evil and Gran Turismo. I remember playing the first GTA games on there. Remember Splinter Cell? That was sick. That was like Metal Gear Solid. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those games were actually challenging though, so it kept Tomb Raider. That was like another one that I fucking played the fuck out of those. I used to love playing the Tomb Raider games for PlayStation. I remember going and getting the new Tomb Raider. I think it was at 2 or 3 at the time. I think it was 3 to be honest with you. And then I went and got Cold Chamber's new album, Chamber Music, the same day. And yeah, Medal of Honor. Yeah, exactly. That was like Call of Duty back then, but those games were awesome for their time. Like me and my buddy Josh used to play the fuck out of those. And they were just like the best. I fucking love those things, man. Like those games to me, like I don't know. I spent many countless hours on it. Like Max Payne on PlayStation 2. I spent so many hours playing those games. The first Mario and Super Mario 3 for the NES. Me and my cousin played the fuck out of that game. I remember when that game came out. He ended up getting one of those top loaders after one of those came out, and we used to fucking play the shit out of those games. Yeah, GameCube was cool too. I never owned a GameCube. I only had those one time though. One time I had a GameCube, but I ended up selling it when I was a dopehead, so you know, it didn't really matter. And it had the Game Boy attachment. That's the part I kick myself in the ass for every fucking time. Plus, I got it fucking super cheap. I had like almost every console at one point because I used to really be big into video games. There was a point there where I really wanted to start collecting video games again, and it just, I don't know, seemed unrealistic because my time frame. I just don't have a lot of time where records just fit more into my time frame. I have time to listen to music way more than I have time to play video games. Unfortunately, that's my problem. Is my time. Like my time, as in putting my stereo in my car. It's taking too fucking long because I've had to do it myself, and the fact that like just I want to make sure shit's correct and it's not just done sloppy and thrown together. And I just know, like, I like things done correctly. I like to take my time. I like to make sure things are fucking the way they're supposed to be and not do things half-assed, because I feel like when you do that, then you're just, you know, I don't want to have to redo it later on or have something break on me or whatever. You know, I want it done correctly the first time. So I'm hoping by the end of this week, hopefully, by tomorrow, it'll be all done. And then I can record some more videos and shit. Slash is good. It's good. Yeah, I bet it is. Anything with Slash in it is cool. That dude's the man. I fucking love that guy. But I am gonna get off here. You guys have a good night. I am gonna go lay down. I am way too fucking tired for this shit. I just hope you guys all have a great night. Stay positive, positive vibes. Make sure to like chill with your loved ones, you know what I mean? And make sure they know that you love them because that does matter. And help the next person that needs it, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you can, because I think the world would be a better place if we're there for one another. Even though I have shitty days myself, you know, we all have our days. But have a good night, guys. Peace.